Right, quick look at your newspapers now as we head to 25 minutes before 7, starting off with the Sowetan. And this one is just a terrible front page, and I see it's on the Citizen too. Hospital admits fault in babies' deaths. Rahima Musa management owns up to violating the rights of 9 babies who died at the facility. And what they go on to say is that it was the conceded it violated patients' rights to quality healthcare after 9 babies died earlier this year. The Commission's regional manager, speaking at the hospital after the inspection of the neonatal ward, said the facility had admitted fault during a presentation behind closed doors earlier in the day. And that is just so hard for any parent to come to terms with when you just realize that your baby could still be alive. So that's what they're focusing in on as their main story of the day. And then there's some crazy story about the fainting craze grips Mzansi. I don't know what this is all about, but something about a song and everybody's fainting. Monada whips SA into a trance. King Monada has the whole country falling in the name of dance. Fainting has never been so crazy that it is actually en vogue. So if you want to read about that, go for it and get your head around that one. Okay, that's the Sowetan.
Thank heavens I'm not a dancer, so I'm not trying to faint either.
Definitely not, definitely not.
Moving on to Mail and Guardian. Now, their lead story, invest with VBS. Premier vigorously encouraged Northwest municipalities to put money into the bank. And this, of course, relating to the ex-Premier Supra Mahumapelo. Forensic report claims that he was the one who urged municipalities to invest with the bank. And also Zondo Commission, Gama axed over beef with Ramos and Manuel, fighting Zuma cabinet on illicit flows. Gordon, ANC branches told don't target Mabuza, and top 10 internet freedom thrives in South Africa. Some of the stories the Mail and Guardian covers today.
Next paper. Okay, the Citizen. So, big face of Pravin Gordhan, Public Enterprise Minister, claiming he was an unwitting member of an executive which was misled, lied to, manipulated and abused in a leaked statement to the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture. So that's obviously, we spoke about that in the trending topics. Gordhan, Public Enterprise, he and other members of former President Zuma's cabinets were lied to. That's what he says in a statement to the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture under Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, which inexplicably leaked to the media, according to his spokesperson. Says that we laid the blame for state capture at the door of the worst human instincts, self-enrichment, neglect of the higher mission, and placing one's self-interest before the community's interest. So that is from that leaked document that he's supposed to be presenting next week to the Zondo Commission.
And there's quite an issue around the fact that that document was leaked as well, and who leaked it.
That's
that's another story. And then Business Day, SA's recession likely over in the third quarter, drop in mining production, and that data came out yesterday, those numbers. That is unlikely to prevent the country from limping back into positive territory, the story says. And then a manual to testify on Gupta ties to Mbalula. Remember that rumor that Fikile Mbalula had been appointed or told about his imminent appointment to minister by the Guptas. Now, former Finance Minister Trevor Manuel, he's expected to implicate Atul Gupta as the Gupta brother who had foreknowledge of that particular appointment. But Fikile Mbalula told Business Day it was in fact not Atul, but his brother Ajay. So, yeah, the devil is in the detail, as they say. And then Deloitte ignored African banks' inflated loan book. According to the regulator, 3.75 billion rand, the amount by which Abel's impairment charge was actually understated. And remember that raging conversation about whether or not VBS should have been saved. Why did the Reserve Bank decide on the liquidation route? So I guess that feeds into that narrative as well.
Okay.
So that's what's making headlines in the newspapers today.
Those are your papers. We're going to do a break. We're going to take a break now. Remember that in